I think it started with our last album. We started to delve into different styles. We had in the past been very traditional, I think, and very folk-like. And when we got Scott involved as our engineer and then on this CD as the producer, it became clear to us that we wanted to add in new styles and try to kind of push the limit a little bit. So now, this time around, you're going to hear a lot more world-type influences. You're going to hear Cajun sounds. You're going to hear French-Canadian type influences, world beat influences, and so it's something a little bit different for our fans.
Come on, little baby, let's go with me. Shake all the apples of Papa John's tree. Wrapping and ready for the fall. You know you can have them all. Stranger step into the light, and I never expecting your love tonight now.
As members joined, as we kind of filled out the lineup, the band definitely did change, given that we had all these other sources to draw from, and so we definitely evolved, you know, like early Man.
It's got a lot more energy than I think you would expect from an Irish band to play. A lot of great drumming, a lot of great fiddle parts.
I think this CD is by far our best CD. Not only because I think it sounds great, of course I'm biased, but that we've really stretched ourselves out and explored so many different avenues of music this time around.
Also, we have a song called Handsome Molly, which is just an old traditional tune that we've really revved up quite a bit and added some Cajun spice to the mix in there. And we like how that turned out too. Yeah.
Very much so.
Whiskey from the Field has a different feel for us because we're using traditional Irish open tunings, which makes for a different sound. And also, I don't think you can sing about Irish music with not including whiskey in there somewhere. And there's so many different Irish terms for whiskey: the pochine, the drop, the cure, the crather, and in this particular one, we refer to the pochine. And it also is a great kind of comparison or analogy to life and struggles in Ireland as well, and sort of overcoming the hard times. So it's a multiple meaning tune, and we really like it. Geraldine's Thinking of Galway is rare for us because it's a personal song and comes from the heart. A lot of our songs have to do with a party of some sort or another. So it's nice to be able to add something in like that.
With the dawn it is breaking, Geraldine's waking far away from a place she calls home. New day is dawning, Geraldine's longing for a place far away o'er the foam. She always intended to travel, but she never intended to stay.
Mike sings it, and I think you hear the traditional Irish sounds. We even blend in a tune called the Galway Shawl, which is really an old favorite Irish dance hall song. So it's kind of neat the way it all mixes in together.
Sometimes alone in the nighttime, Geraldine cries. She can still see the moon He's thinking of going away. Going a long way.
There were three drunken maidens come from the Isle of Wight. They started drinking on Sunday, never stopped till Saturday night. When Saturday night came round, me boys, sure they wouldn't get out. These three drunken maidens, they pushed the jug about.
Three Drunken Maidens is kind of a carryover to our older style of playing. It's a great old Irish folk tune.
And give young Sally some room, and I will be your equal before the evening's out.
These three drunken maidens, they pushed the jug
A lot of fun talking about how there are three maids who show up to the bar on Sunday and they don't leave until Saturday night. So it's just a fun tune and the audience gets into it. It's great.
No scarcity was there. There's 40 quarts of baby boys, he really drunk them out.
And these three drunken maidens, they pushed the jug about.
And even with some of the other songs, we have changed some lyrics around, added new verses to old tunes to kind of make them fresher. And what we did for the first time was we injected some Gaelic lyrics into our tunes. And Down to the River has a whole verse of Gaelic. A good friend of ours helped us with the translation, and we like it.
So I climbed the highest mountain, then I climbed to the mountain top.
I think, people talk about Irish music with us, and especially the folks who come out and hear us for the first time. They'll take us aside after hearing us for the first time and say, I had a certain idea of what this was going to be like, and this is like completely different. And I think that's because we have that Irish heritage. We all have the Irish heritage, but we're born in America, and we were raised on the Beatles and rock and roll, and so sure, you're going to hear a lot of different styles and flavors. We don't just try to copy note for note old tunes. We try to make them our own, and right?
But it's not all Danny Boy all the time. It's a different thing. We look for where we came from. And our first CD, Release the Hounds in '97, was all the typical Irish songs that you would have heard, maybe the Clancy Brothers and the Wolf Tones too, because that's what we were born out of, that type of music. And how far we've come, our styles and our likes and our dislikes between then and now. It's just a pretty amazing journey.
I went down to the river, but the river was dry. I went down to the sea, but it was not the place to be.
The title track, Liam, came out of our first trip to Ireland in 1997. And we get to about the last night we were there, and I remember it was in the town of Killarney, and we were sitting around after the gig. We met some local musicians there, and they kind of took us under their wing, and we were there for 2 or 3 hours. I don't remember when we got out there, probably 4 a.m. But Liam Left the Lights On kind of came out of that, because really these places pop up around town and you don't know where they are unless you're a local. And it was really cool the way that they took us in and asked us to join them.
The funny thing is about the album cover, the last time we went to Ireland, and when we were at the Cliffs of Moher, I took a bunch of pictures from the cliffs and from around the cliffs. I got a little artsy and tilted the camera a bit and took a picture, and that's the album cover. I actually like it, makes me happy.
Left the lights on.